Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles of the wisdom will go well. Salutation to the account preaching his truth in sincerity. To the focus on the Ratazak, you want to act what's listening and learning. The brother Howard from the James Prophetic Bible Camp. Back on another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. I'm doing this video, on chariots, the chariots of Yahawashi, which are visiting the earth today, because a lot of chariots is visiting the earth today. So, I just want to, tell, you could say, it's what happened to us, on our eyes of a shaman, so that one of the Akiums has come out and see a whole lot of eyes with me, so Monday we're going, we was fishing and while we look up we seen chariots, so when we see chariots we be like, hey, the angels are the most outside, the chariots outside. So that night we actually seen two flying, and two of them flying in line with each other. So after that two we see another three, and after another three we see another two, and all of them actually flying in a line together and actually seeing them. And after another three we see another two, then I see another three. So it's about 25 or 24 chariots we actually see flying in a line. And like it had a bigger cloud, and that looked like a fellowship, like a bigger chariot they fly into, because it had a big cloud, and then another side you didn't see chariot coming out from the other side. So we was born, hey, all praise to Yahawashi, all praise to Yahawashi, and one gave us a little brighter light, because all of them was going in something all in a straight line, and it was dim. But when we had a call upon Yahawashi, they gave us a little, one of them light up a little brighter. So so it was a sight to see. So while going through YouTube and stuff, I say, well, I see Esau, and I'm doing a news report today on chariots and its sightings in 2019 to 2021, and Esau is quaking in his boots. Esau is quaking in his boots, because Esau knowing the chariots at the Most High is visiting the earth, and as we as men of the Lord seeing chariots when preaching out in camps, out in the sea, whereas all in America, in Jamaica, and all around the Arataza, we preaching the truth and seeing chariot sightings. Hey, we know that Yahawashi, the angels are the Yahawashi in camp around those who fear him, going back to the chariots, guiding him in the Lord, protecting him in the Lord daily, like the brother who get delivered, from your heart by Yahawashi in this week we're going here. We they try to, when Jake's hold him and had him in the car and call upon Yahawashi, deliver him. So let's show you that Yahawashi always with us, and yes, he's put us through these tests and make testimonies through these things always be taking place. So hey, all praise to Yahawashi. And so I'll bring on the scripture, and I will go down into a video, on I think I see a video on YouTube where I now see concerning the chariots. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 18. It say, and it shall and it said, behold, the days cometh that I will begin to draw near. So Yahawashi shall draw near right now, as we see in prophecies. Is just popping like popcorn. We seeing riots, we seeing volcano erupting, we seeing rumors of war, we seeing a plague on the earth. We see a lot of things is happening, Esau Edom, which is the son of perdition, is being revealed in the last days. We seeing, we know who is the wicked, It say, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. So Yahawashi is getting ready to visit the earth which he have made. He ready to visit the earth which he have made. And that day it will be a thing for the elect. It will be a glorious and happy day, because this is the man who stands stiff for Yahawashi in him. And he wanted, this is the ones who go through their journey, through their mission, having faith in Yahawashi Mashai, you know, and doing his work, you know, laboring for Yahawashi Mashai, you know. So I just want to go down into this video here, you know, take it in with us and, you know, bring out all the 1 or 2 precepts, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi Mashai.
UFO sightings in New York have nearly doubled since the pandemic began, and we are getting new video from the Navy showing pyramid-shaped objects flying in the sky. Brian Yennis is live for us in Brooklyn, New York. Brian, good morning.
Trace, good morning. This extraordinary video and images of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, were leaked to investigative reporter Jeremy Corbell and investigative reporter George Knapp. This night vision video purportedly shows 3 pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the coast of California in July of 2019. At one point, these UFOs reportedly hovered just 700 feet above the tail of the Navy destroyer, making, quote, extraordinary maneuvers. Now, Corbell says the unclassified video is part of a classified government report intended to educate officials about unidentified crafts flying over restricted airspace. These cell phones,
and as I see, it's different shapes and sizes of chariots, you know, and I go back to our dream what I had, you know, back in 2019 itself, you know, that I was in this concentration camp, you know, in a FEMA camp, and I hear like a loud trumpet, and people started running and panic and, you know, pushing, and everybody running for their lives. So I was like, hey, what are they running for? Yeah, I'm actually going to come. Well, the Lord come, what are they running for? What are kids for? So when I walk out, I was like in a school, and I was like on the 3rd floor. When I walk out and look up, it's like the whole sky full of clouds, and when these clouds open, it's in chariots. And I actually seen like a kind of different kind of metal, like, you know, like a kind of stone iron kind of metal, like a metal like you don't have, you never seen before, you know. So it was a frightening dream, but it was a through this fact, was a dream to get, you know, confidence in this truth, to higher, you know, to higher feeling, you know. That is pushing patience, you know, what to come and showing you the trials we're going to be going through in this truth. As we see out of chariots, as are paying in shapes, different shapes and sizes.
photos taken by a FA-18 pilot in March of 2019 show 3 different unidentified aircrafts off the coast of Oceania, including 2 UFOs dubbed the Metallic Blimp and another called the Sphere. A Department of Defense spokesperson.
So they call it one a Sphere and they call it one next one a Blimp because of different shapes and sizes.
Said, quote, I can confirm that the referenced photos and videos were taken by Navy personnel. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force has included these incidents in their ongoing examinations. However, the Pentagon was unwilling to confirm these 3 photos, which Corbell says came from the USS Omaha, showing a UFO diving into the ocean and disappearing.
That is an extraordinary piece of technology. Whoever is operating these technologies.
And who's operating? Yahawashi. That's why he could say that is a serious technology, you know. Let's read it back a little bit.
These technologies are far more advanced.
So you see, this technology is far more advanced. So if you feel, if you don't feel that you go against Yahawashi, you know, against his spiritual realm, he fooling himself. He and all in a vast awakening to get destroyed. He gonna be surprised, you know, to see the kind of defeat, you know, that they have watching gonna put on him, because he gonna be paying out thousands his jet planes, you know, his fighter jets, and not even one child gonna go down. Not even one child gonna go down. Gonna destroy all their army base and all these things. So, you know, it's all Esau gonna be doing is running and hiding on the bunker. That all Esau gonna be doing, running and hiding on the bunker, because he don't know in Yahawashi, who created the heavens and the earth, is coming to visit the earth which he have made. You know? So they're gonna run and hide. And even tell the mountains they follow me. You know?
than anything we have in the U.S. arsenal, and that should be a warning sign. We need to find out the intent of the operators of these vehicles.
How you gonna find hey, a matter of fact, they go in and find out. They go in and find out, you know. And I was gonna a precept one time for that. They go in and find out, and this is the time they go in and find out. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. It read, behold, he cometh with clouds, and that clouds go back to the chariots of Yahawashi, which is the fathership. It say, and every eye shall see him. Go back to Independence Day when they see this big fathership busting, coming through the clouds. All eyes see him, all the nations around the whole earth see him. You know, see the chariots coming from the sky. So the same way that in the coming of the Lord, that people is going and see Yahawashi shall return in his great glory, which is the chariot. It's the and they also which pierce him, and who pierce him, you know. You don't know who pierce him, going back into the Roman Empire, you know, back then, going back to the now, you know. And it revive again. So that same spirit was back then. Wouldn't be here now, wouldn't get destroyed. Pontius Pilate, all of them is here, you know, through the spirit. But they still don't know who's them and who's this one and who's that one. But Yahawashi shall know who's who. The same spirits back then is back here now, come for judgment by Yahawashi. And they say, and all kings of the earth shall wail because of him. So all the other nations and even 2/3 of our people is gonna wail because of him. You know, because on that day is a terrible day. You know, Isaiah 66 and 15. Let me get that scripture. This is the book of Isaiah. Slakia. I explain 66 verse 15. It says, for behold, Yahweh will come with Yahawashi will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger. So all Yahawashi coming to do to render his anger with fury, you know. And that's a wonderful sight to see, that wonderful thing, you know, for us to you know, to know that Yahawashi shall come in to destroy this wicked place, this wicked, you know, kingdom with Esau Edom rule it with unrighteousness. So we call on Yahawashi to come and you know, we hasten coming on Yahawashi, going back into the desert Egypt when we were in Pharaoh, when we was crying out and asking Yahawashi to deliver us, you know. And this time he going and deliver us, but this time he coming down to deliver us. You know, he coming with his chariots and with his armies to deliver us. And he coming to render his anger with fury to 2/3 of our people, because they are wicked and stiff-necked, and to the other nations for putting us in captivity, you know, and doing us a lot of wickedness, you know. And I say, and his rebuke with flames of fire, by fire and by the sword, and which is a literal sword, Yahawashi will try go and slay with. Will Yahawashi shall plead with all flesh. So Yahawashi shall plead with all. Go back into Psalm 83. All these 18 nations who come against us is going to get put to death. And 2/3 of our people is going to get put to death. And the slave of Yahawashi shall be many. You know, and going back to the scripture, who's that coming from? Bozrah with his garment dipped in blood. Is Yahawashi, you know, coming from slain, you know, many, you know. So we get a scripture here in things Ecclesiasticus 16 and 18. Here's the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 16, verse 18. Behold, the heaven, which is the rulership, and the heaven, which is the firmament of heavens, which is the heavens where Yahawashi, you know, Yahweh set it, the deep, which is the sea, and the earth, and all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit. So going back into that in the scripture I want to read it, you know, that when Yahawashi shall come, you know, that he gonna render his anger with fury. So all the other nations and all, you know, the earth and the heavens and the deep, everything gonna be moved with his visitation, you know, when he come to visit the earth which he have made, you know, and to destroy all who want to pierce him. Verse 19 say the mountains, also the foundation of the earth, be shaken with trembling. So the mountains gonna be shaking, the foundation and the earth gonna be shaking, because that power gonna be breaking through our atmosphere to come on this earth. It's not a normal power. Going back into the news reporter say hey, they wanna know who's the one who controlling these chariots, you know, with this vast technology, you know. They wanna know. Well, they will know on that day at the coming of the Lord, when Yahawashi shall come, you know, to render his anger with fury, you know, when Yahawashi look upon the earth. So even when Yahawashi shall, you know, look down on the earth, you know, the mountains, the foundation of the earth go and tremble, because they fear Yahawashi shall. But our 2,000 people just wicked. Don't have the fear Yahawashi shall. Even just imagine the mountain and the foundation of the earth go and be shaken. So who's you at that day when you're not covered, you know? When you're not covered, you know, why when you don't take the word, which is the blood, and you cover your doorpost, which is your vessel, you know? When you made the Holy Spirit enter your vessel, you know, you covered, you had the mark, you know, the mark. When you're washing, I say, hey, not only the plants or the trees, what I'm paraphrasing, until the elect men is sealed. So you having that seal, which is the word, you know, and the fear Yahawashi Shai, which is not understanding that is truth. And going back into the new song, you know, which we know since the foundation of the earth, you know. So when we see that chariot, you know, we know that this is the day of judgment, which Yahawashi Shai can judge all the other nations and 2/3 of our people, you know. He's gonna destroy the place. Yahawashi is gonna destroy the place, you know. So going back to the scripture in let's get fast. In 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 6, it say, and it said, behold, the days cometh that I will begin to draw near and visit them that draw upon the earth, dwell upon the earth. So you've seen all these chariot sightings. We've seen all these chariot sightings, you know, all around the earth, you know. We've seen all these chariot sightings, you know.
Vision video purportedly shows 3 pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the coast of California in July of 2019. At one point, these UFOs reportedly hovered just 700...
Brothers on their channel, even so like your brothers on their channel, have a lot of chariot sightings to show proof that, hey, the coming of the Musa is near. The coming of Yahawashi is near. So all who feel that, you know, all and calling UFO and you know, America saying that they and the UFO have a connection. No, them just the son of the wicked, them just blasphemers, you know, because we know that that is the angels are the most side, that's the angels of Yahawashi who come to destroy, you know, the 2,000 of people and the son of the wicked and the son of man, you know, and put the place in a righteous order and put the heathens into captivity and put Israel on top to rule these nations. That's why the Lord say, hey, he will yet choose Israel, you know, he will have mercy on Jacob, you know. So he all praise to Yahawashi. It is a video, you know, and that's through the spirit I say I go do, you know, and as long as I scripture to close up here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter, as if all the brothers, you know, this is that scripture brothers is bringing on, which we know is true. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000s, even thousands of angels. Yahawashi is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. So all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rekakwadash, double honors the apostles of Green Moonstone who go well. Salutation to the Akim, sincerity to the focus of the Artaza. You want to act to listen and the video will be that to your husband. Hope this video is edifying to the spirit of power. Shalom, shalom, shalom.